A big thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this week's video, but more on that later.
This week, our entire family is getting involved in the sauna build to help get this project done before winter sets in for good in the Catskill Mountains of upstate New York. As of right now, we're about 10 days into our sauna build. The entire frame rests on a bale wagon that I welded together to increase the length. It's basically just a zip shell at this point, with almost an entire foot of hemp wool insulation in the walls and roof. The next step is to finish the interior paneling with some plywood, then add exterior siding using leftover panels from our chicken coop build. And once that's done, we can build out a cozy sauna room with a wood-burning stove, some really thin but reasonably affordable pieces of cedar siding, and a couple benches to roast on. This entire build has been moving at a crazy fast pace, maybe because it all started from a strange idea I received a couple weeks ago. I heard this voice, this is gonna sound crazy, but I've heard this voice very clearly, and it was like, Lou, build a sauna.
Do you want to do your next Star Wars piece?
Yeah.
We're looking for these white triangles to make that on top of the beak.
Mom, I'm get a pit new teeth in.
Oh, fake teeth?
Yeah.
You're gonna take all his teeth out and then put in fake teeth?
Yeah.
So Max and Lou just left for Home Depot. Our friend Noah gets here to work on the sauna tonight. When our friend Noah comes, we usually try to really hustle for the visit. And I think he's gonna be here for 3 or 4 days. So while they're gone, while so much of me wants to deep clean the kitchen, organize this bedroom, I know the most important thing for my body and for the success of the next 4 days is to rest. So instead, we are gonna take a little nap. Are you sleepyhead? Boop. Yeah. Boop. We are properly 4 months postpartum, and I feel like I was talking to my friend Elsa. You probably know her channel, Elsa and Baron. Maybe Lou can link it. And we were chatting about motherhood and everything. And she said, I feel like I'm doing the least, what did she say? I'm like the most unproductive, but doing them more than I've ever done in my life. And I think that that is just such a beautiful message to all moms. It's so easy to just be like, get down on yourself that you're like not doing enough. But the thing is, we're also taking care of these little humans. So come here. Yeah, you're gonna be crawling before you know it. Go, Willa. Let's get our big bowl for cleaning. So today is very exciting because we're gonna make the shepherd's pie, which is one of my favorite meals from our cookbook batch. And I talked to Lou and I wanna give it to you guys for free, the recipe. And I'm serious, every time I bring this to people's houses as like, if we're gonna go to a potluck or we have people over for dinner and I make the shepherd's pie, everyone is like, wow, this is delicious. So it's a crowd pleaser. It freezes amazing, and I want you to have it for free. So to get ready for cooking with Max and Willow when they get back from the store, I thought I would prep the kitchen, clean all these dishes, enjoy a podcast. Good morning. We are here in the kitchen with the kids, and our mission today is to make some shepherd's pie. And did someone talk to me about an apple pie? Mushrooms are a wonderful early chopping vegetable for kids because they are softer and don't need as sharp of a knife. Once you get into carrot land, then you need a sharper knife. So you can get started with.
And I thought the carrots should be moved with this.
I think I'll need your other knife for carrots.
Okay.
Good. Here, I'll put all the mushrooms in here. I'm good. Bum 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 bum.
I feel like I into deep half, and then I can into teeny pieces.
Exactly.
I'm gonna full how now I can.
Yeah, little tiny, tiny, tiny.
That's why I go like this.
I'm gonna cut the corn off the cob.
Why?
Then we can use it in our stir fry, and I thought we could just add some to the shepherd's pie today. Why not? We have it.
What? Why do you cut up that stuff off?
Because you can't eat the cob, the middle part, and then I can add this to the meals.
I'm doing the Pelfrey technique to make it into ball pieces.
It's working. That's perfect. You can already get on to the next one. That's a good size.
Okay.
Now, well, let's get breakfast going.
I'm just chopping up the big pieces right now.
Yeah, we really like to fuel the guys as best as possible when they have these big construction pushes because they give it their all. I feel like really, like last time Noah was here, they built like an entire tiny house shell in like a weekend. And so I feel like it's just such a nice feeling after working hard outside all day to have a yummy meal. Right? And we like to cook. It's fun. So it gives us an activity and then
chopping.
Max loves chopping.
Ooh, what a faceplate. Onto the cedar.
I feel like your subscribers will never know the real taste that goes down there. It's like, it's its own thing.
Now I pop up
It's like the terroir of our kitchen.
No, like, yeah, all the scents of like, just...
Fried rice with olive oil on
I
top.
know. Like, no one will understand. The things that lay around in your kitchen and end up in the dishes, like, just because creates new flavor.
Yeah. I have not cooked this shepherd's pie since I was pregnant. So I thought I would pull up batch. And it's super easy. Let me see if I can show you over my shoulder. Beef shepherd's pie. Bam. Takes you right to it. And okay. So Max, first thing, place chopped potatoes in a large pot of water. So I gotta get the potatoes going.
Are we gonna make mashed potatoes?
We are. With the potatoes from our garden. They're the ones that we harvested.
Then we had to mash them.
Yeah, first I cook them. There you go. She wants to crawl the... Yeah. You gotta get your arm up in front. Use this arm. Put this one up here, here. Try it like this. Get your arm in there. There you go. You see how she's like pushing her butt up? She's trying to crawl. And chewing on her hand.
I kind of like to go to this wall.
This one right here?
No, I like to go to.
That's pretty high, man.
Okay, look at Dad, how.
Taking a little breather from the kitchen, and Max is keen to be included on this construction project. It's so funny how one toddler, and obviously our newborn, but one toddler can suck in the attention of every single adult in the room so easily, so quickly, and it's so fun, but it's like, it's so interesting. And you have your kids at home like full time, how to also manage. Who's that? Oh, it's Freya.
I'm trying to find dinosaurs.
Ah, you're looking for dinosaurs.
And I'm trying to whack out the door.
Nice.
And now you gotta get it out. I'm doing dinosaur bone head.
Dinosaur bone, look at that. What is that down there?
So, we're taking a little break from putting up siding to look for dinosaurs. Max is convinced that there's a, what is it down there, a T-Rex?
I think there is.
You think it's a T-Rex? Uncle Noah's putting in some screws for us. And then we're gonna cut the top off that with the angle grinder to match the line of the roof. 2 sides down, 2 to go. Fantastic day of family construction.
I wanna know if you see any T-Rex.
I see the tail of a T-Rex, but I think our hole needs to be a little bit deeper.
Then open it.
All right, open them up.
Okay, well, if that's a Stegosaurus and this was a T-Rex, then maybe there's another T-Rex right down there. Should we dig a new hole?
Yeah. We might need to go like this.
Open up that hole a little bit. But I got my lightsaber.
And now I got double white.
Yeah, you got a double lightsaber. Do I still have this teeny one?
Protecting Emperor Palpatine to that guy.
How cool is that? We are finishing up siding on the long side, which was the hardest side by far because it has 2 windows. The other side only has 1 door. I still haven't figured out entirely how to trim around windows working with the 7/8 corrugate because it's curved. So sometimes it just ends up in places you don't want it to be. If there are any experts in trim work, let me know, please. Some of the panels are really dirty because they've been sitting out. I need to clean them, but this is the last wall we have left. And then this giant green machine will actually look good on the outside. And I'm very proud of the trim work we did on the bottom because I was really thinking a lot on how to make it actually look really nice and elegant on the outside and also how to make it look kind of like reference the fact that it is a sauna. So we splurged and put a piece of cedar on the very bottom so that I think when it's all done, it's gonna look really, really nice. All right, day 1 of siding, and we got it all in, every single piece. We're still missing a couple trim pieces for the corners, and the roof isn't done yet. We learned a very valuable lesson. You gotta make some sort of template because the screws can start going all over the place, Uncle Noah. These are all valuable lessons for our house build. I feel like people around here live with that zip for like years, and I completely understand why. Once you're like that far into the project, it's very easy to focus on other things because it's watertight and the siding is kind of just aesthetic, but it is so much nicer.
Zoom it. So I'm pretty sure this is the first time since having the baby, Willa, that I am going to be freezing meals for the future. And I feel like it's a huge moment because it's like, I don't know, there's something so special about cooking a batch meal together, because I feel like in a way, Max and I like made that cookbook together. He already is requesting that we make a new one called Batch Snacks, which maybe we will. I'm gonna cook these onions down while he plays outside, gets to do a little construction. And yeah, it's kind of perfect timing. She won't get onion eyes, all tucked in, cozy, asleep. And Max, he doesn't like when I cook onions, so now he can go play outside. And then we head to a play group. And yeah, so we don't just stay up on the land with him, not interacting with any other kids. We actually go and we have friends. I just don't really film it so much. It feels, I don't know, in those moments, I'm just like in those moments. And then when we're here, it's fun to capture like life on the land. But I know a lot of people wonder, does Max have friends? They live in the middle of nowhere. And it's like, yeah, but we have such a good group up here. We're gonna go to a local playground and play with, there'll probably be like 4 or 5 other families there. He does that once a week. We do play dates, we do farmers market hangs, and my parents are always up here. So I feel like, yeah, he is a very, very social kid. I feel like the tricky part is he's so social, he would want to hang with Lou and Noah and build all day. And while that is like so special for him, they also are trying to get a lot done. So it's just like this balance. Like he wants to be included, but he really wants to play. And it's so important to include him in these moments because I feel like that fosters his excitement about it. And in a couple of years, he like will be properly doing construction. So Lou and I always are trying to balance the like, okay, how much do we want to get done and how much can we include Max? Because the more that we include him, the more he can do. Like he just chopped all of the mushrooms. Like, look at this. That's a lot of mushrooms for a 3-year-old to chop, but for him, it's a fun game. Wow, the sparks are really coming out. You see that?
Good. But it might
That was so good.
Yeah?
Thank you.
Yay.
Thank you. Max, what's the difference between a cow and cacao?
I said, Max, did you see? Look how wispy these clouds are. We were looking at the sky, and then what do you say?
And someone must be whisking those cows.
Someone must be whisking those clouds.
he goes, somebody must have been whisking. It was pretty funny. Wow, Max, come in here.
God.
Look at this. It's a tinfoil room. Wow, it's really spacious.
Isn't it? It's
What do
a
you-
big sauna.
Oh, it's gonna be great.
You can have sauna party.
We could have sauna parties, Will. What do you think?
I want to make it hot in here.
Make it hot in here. That's the point. That's the
That's
plan.
the whole point, Max.
Long camera.
I have 3, so I only need 2 more.
You have 2 like big ones?
I guess. Which way are we going with them, actually? You got it? Are you ready for a lift? Here we go. Whoosh! There we go. Look at that, Max. Was that cool?
Yeah.
You get to do one more on the other side like that. Do you want to do one more like that?
Yeah.
You got the drill? Are you holding it? It's heavy.
Freya,
Today is finally the day that we get to build the interior of the sauna. I've been looking forward to this literally since the very first day we started, when we assembled that bale wagon, when me and Max were painting it, when he was climbing on it. I've been looking forward to this moment, and I think it's gonna be very, very satisfying. I feel like there are days in a building project where you do a ton of foundational work and nothing magical or visible really happens. And then there are days like today where this entire space is gonna look completely different by tonight. And those are the really fun days. Those are kind of the days that you work in the rain outside, fiddling with one little piece, to get to have days like today where things just come together so fast and they look so good, and all of that work on the foundation pays off. And yeah, I think the sauna is going to be very, very important for our family. I don't know why, but I just had a feeling that we were supposed to build a sauna, and we're about 10 days in now and the sauna is almost completely done. We could literally be using it tomorrow if all goes well.
There we go. Look at that. Freya, what do you think? Freya picked out a little spot in the sawdust to sleep in. And this is our beautiful new chimney, fully waterproof. It's really, really gorgeous. Sadly, the sticker didn't come off fully, but otherwise, look at that, Noah. You like it?
Perfect.
Done.
Seems like a pretty good time to build a sauna. First snow of the year. Sauna's almost done. Timing is perfect. I feel like you want it to be cold when you're about to sauna, and it's gonna be so cold very, very soon. Bit of a storm today. Very, very windy. Can't tell if it's like snow or hail. First fire in our new stove. I really love that it has a glass door so you can watch the flames. And yeah, you were supposed to do this firing outside. I knew that, but I just didn't feel like hauling the stove all the way back outside to do it. And it's been raining so much, I didn't really want it to get wet and rusty. So yeah, we'll just open the door and the window, let the weird paint smell go out. And I feel like this room is gonna heat up so quickly now. It's gonna be so much nicer doing construction in here. I just wanted to finish like the areas that were close to the stove so that I didn't walk into it and burn myself. But now we have plenty of space to work. We got a nice hot fire. Happiness. I bought this tool a couple years ago. I don't know if it's a gimmick or not, but what I want to try and do is get the floor around the stone perfectly flush so you can't stub your toe against it, and also have the wood match the shape of the stone so it looks really, really nice. I did this for the very first time in our shipping container bedroom for that piece of cement, and I think I got the idea originally from Isa from her tiny house, and I just love it. I feel like it's such a nice little detail, and you invest a little bit of time up front getting it all to work perfectly, and then every time after that when you use the space, it just brings me so much joy to look at these little details. It's kind of like a flourish, like a finishing touch. So, according to my sauna book, you want a bench height between 42 and 46 inches. Ideally not more than 46 inches, and ideally not less than 42. I built this room so that actually is very possible. I'm thinking I'm gonna be the one using the sauna 95% of the time, so I'm gonna build it exactly the way I want, but I'm only 6 feet tall, so I'm gonna build a little extra room in case my brother wants to come visit and try it out, because he's like 6'3", 6'4". This piece of birch was one of the very first trees I ever cut down on our property, and it was originally part of the bed frame in the wall tent, and now it's part of the sauna building. Really, really special. Ooh, nice. The finishing touch details are so satisfying. So I just took my first ever sauna. The building's not even completely done. The rocks aren't in the stove. It was only 160 degrees Fahrenheit, but it was, I don't know, felt like one of the best experiences of my entire life. I don't know why, but just building that space, the fact that it all turned out so beautiful, it works so well, it heats up so quickly. And I just had a feeling that I had to build a sauna. And I'm really happy that I followed my intuition, because it was kind of just like the feeling of luxury, like total calm, beautiful luxury at the end of the day. And I feel like I've been looking for something to do at the end of the days. We don't watch TV. I don't use my phone at all anymore. We don't drink alcohol. And I was kind of like, I feel like I removed a bunch of really destructive stuff and I left a little bit of a vacuum. And now I'm finding ways to fill that space. And yeah, it's so nice. A big thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this week's video. While I was waiting for this edit to render, I built a quick download page for the shepherd's pie recipe that Dana cooked for us during this stage of the sauna build. As someone who builds a lot of custom stuff, I can really appreciate a good, easy-to-use kit. Squarespace has always been known for their awesome templates, but what I like most about them is really how quick they are to customize a little. So you can build pages really fast, but also keep that clean modern look. I can grab a classic image gallery and then adjust the spacing a little, go back and forth with a couple design ideas, and ultimately end up on a page that's simple and easy to use in a matter of minutes. For something like a quick little download link, it's important to be able to build that myself instantly and keep the projects moving. And when you want something more in depth, they've got all the tools you need to build massive layouts as well. If you're ready to create something of your own, head to squarespace.com/wildweroam for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use code WILDWeRoam for 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.